That's right, folks. Only a few days after DCX Sonic Metal Legion was announced, we already have news on the next Sonic comic crossover. But before we get to that, though, make sure to like and subscribe, because we're trying to reach 5,000 subscribers whenever we do that, and the likes will help me on the algorithm. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you never miss another Sonic Boy upload. And the next Sonic comic crossover is, ladies and gentlemen, please give me a drum roll, Godzilla. Really? Godzilla of all things? I'm not the biggest Godzilla fan, never have been, probably never will be. I haven't seen any of the movies or the shows or the comics or anything like that whatsoever. But you know what I have seen out of Godzilla? That's right, baby, it's the Sonic Rumble collab, woo! Other than that, I'm not really the biggest Godzilla fan, haven't seen any of the movies, read the comics or anything like that, but this is still pretty cool nonetheless. Godzilla is a massive franchise. And obviously, any big partnership with a massive franchise is a W for us Sonic fans. I mean, just look at the DCX Sonic collab. This thing has been doing great, it's a great book, great merchandise that's selling well, like, I guess more of these couldn't hurt. So what exactly is in store for this collab? Well, it is a multi-issue comic series published by IDW. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we don't have to worry about being under a different publisher this time like we were with DC. And, well, I couldn't be happier, although that means this probably won't sell nearly as well. The comic's debuting this summer at $5 each. I know that's a bit expensive for a comic book nowadays, but it really isn't. In fact, it's just $1 more than what the normal Sonic comics costs, so not too happy about this, but hopefully there's a lot of stuff in here. The official synopsis goes something like this. When the King of Monsters and other iconic kaiju mysteriously arrive on the Blue Blur's world, the brilliant and evil Dr. Eggman will try to harness the power of the kaiju for his own nefarious goals. Only Sonic and his amazing allies, including Amy, Tails, Knuckles, and Shadow, will be able to stand in the villain's way and try to send the giant monsters back to their own world. I'm gonna be honest, not the most interesting thing, but I don't see any other way how they could have possibly combined the two universes, so I guess I'm fine with this. I thought I was all too interested in reading it anyway. Obviously, it's Godzilla. I don't know much about that anyway, so maybe it wouldn't appeal to me much as a Sonic fan, of course, but maybe there's something interesting there. This whole press release came with 7 different covers for the comic, and let's go over those now. The first one we have here by Miles Ark actually looks really good. I like the way he draws Sonic. The kaijus in the back look great. Obviously, we got the tornado and Eggman's little egg pod there, and there's some weird thing going on in the back with a destroyed city from what it looks like. That actually looks pretty cool. Obviously, can't forget the little 35th anniversary logo that you have on the comic there, and that's going to be on every single one of these, so I just want to bring it up here and not again. Then we got one by Natalie Haynes. She is really well known for, like, actually painting her artwork, so I wouldn't be surprised if that's what this is, because it looks a lot like her other painted work, but still looks great. Obviously, you got Mecha Godzilla right there destroying the city. Looks great. Sonic running up the side. Kind of gives me Sonic Movie 1 vibes, but otherwise there's not too much of note here besides the little reference in the back that says ages, you know, like Sega backwards. This next one here by Muku Saiwan, I really like it. I like how he does the characters here. Obviously, it's his own style for the most part. It looks kind of similar to art we've seen before in the series, maybe even like a little bit of Sonic Prime inspiration. But yeah, this looks great. It looks like kind of a reference to Sonic Adventure when Station Square is all beat up. But yeah, it looks great. Love how every single character is drawn here, except for Tails. His eyes look a bit weird. Next one we have here is by Clayton Crane, and I never want to see this guy touch anything related to Sonic again. Godzilla looks decent, I suppose, but I think the Sonic here just, like, ruins the entire thing. I'm sorry, I just really do not like his style. It kind of gives me flashbacks to Ken Pender's art, which is never a good thing when you're an artist. It also kind of looks like with the shading here, he gave Sonic the mohawk, which is interesting. Let's move on to the next one that has art from my favorite artist in the series, Minho Kim. I mentioned him in the last video with the DC cover, but man, this thing just looks great. I love how he's kind of able to emulate that Yui Kawa style while making it his own still. It looks great. Love the kaijus in the back all fighting with the destroyed city. Sonic looking cool as ever on the grind rail. Thing that everyone knows with this cover was that Angel Island is in the back. That's really cool. I wonder what that means for the comic itself. I know on some interviews they've said it's not what, but where is he connected to, so that's actually really cool. Next piece of art comes from Mororo Fonseca. Sorry, I said your name wrong, most definitely. Well, it looks great here. It almost looks hand-painted. It looks so good. You got the vibrant colors, Sonic and the team being in dynamic poses. Everything here just looks great. We got a cover here from Jack Lawrence, and this looks pretty good. I've always enjoyed his art throughout the series, especially Scrapnik Island. If you haven't read that one at all, and if you don't really care about the story, just look at it for the art. It is beautiful. And this is more the same. I do like Sonic being more vibrant in his art, obviously, and you got big Godzilla right there. He looks great too. Everything here just looks awesome. Beyond that, there's not really much to talk about. Obviously, we still have to wait a few more months for this to be like fully officially reeled with like preview art and stuff like that, but that isn't coming for a long time, so that is pretty much everything we have. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I want to talk about today. I know, not a lot here. Obviously, it's just comic covers and a synopsis like we got for the DC stuff, but I still think it's interesting to talk about this stuff, considering the fact that this is the second collaboration we've gotten with the comics so far just this year alone. So I wonder if there's anything else in store that we could be getting. So let me know what you guys think about all this down in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.